Ladies and gentlemen, holy shit, today is draft day. I can't even talk right now, but oh my god, what an amazing start to this day. We already have chaos. Okay, so today's draft day, everyone's excited, good times, but a huge trade just went down. Russell Westbrook is going to the Lakers, apparently. The deal isn't like officially done, but the Shams bomb dropped like 5 minutes ago, and I'm still trying to like keep up with what happened. So basically, at first we were thinking that it looked like, because Woj tweeted that a deal was going to be done with the Sacramento Kings for the Lakers to get Buddy Hield, because Montrezl Harrell signed a player option, and then it would send Montrezl Harrell and Kyle Kuzma to the Kings, and the Lakers would get back Buddy Hield. And everyone's like, oh, okay, that's an interesting trade. It could work. Buddy Hield would be a really good fit with the Lakers. And the rumors had been there for a while, so it wasn't really surprising. But now it just dropped out of nowhere with Shams that the Lakers are trading for Russell Westbrook because he wanted to move somewhere else and the Lakers were his top spot. Now that makes sense for different reasons. He's a LA kid. He's from South Central, so it makes sense why the Lakers would want to be his spot. But oh my god, Russell Westbrook is on the Lakers. So apparently, Shams just tweeted. So basically the deal is going to be sending Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, and Caldwell Pope to the Wizards in exchange for Westbrook, and also the Lakers' number 22 pick in the draft could also be shipped to Washington too. So that's interesting. So also, excuse me, my voice. It leads to some confusion because we were thinking that Kuzma and Harrell would be going to Sacramento for Buddy Hield, but now Shams is saying they're going to Washington with KCP in exchange for Westbrook. So now it's confusing because it's like, okay, who are they getting? Are they getting, Buddy Hield or Russell Westbrook? It's hard to believe. But whatever it is, it's interesting. Super, super fascinating. Russell Westbrook has had such an interesting career, but he's on the Lakers now. And wow. Just wow. I know my last video was on the Lakers, and I completely forgot to talk about the Westbrook thing, because honestly, I didn't really see if it could happen. And I just said it in my last video. I felt like something major was going to happen. And it did. Russell Westbrook is on the Lakers. I didn't predict that would happen. I thought something would happen with Ben Simmons. And, it could still happen. But Russell Westbrook just got traded to the Lakers. This is insane. I don't know how. It's too hard to talk about, what it means for basketball, what it means for the Lakers, and, their spacing and ball handling and all that X's and O's. I don't know how that's going to work with Russell Westbrook, a guy who, really likes having the ball in his hands, but then also having LeBron on the court who's like a playmaker. I just don't know how that's going to work, but it's interesting. Super, super interesting. And does this make the Lakers a super team? That's a whole nother discussion, but holy shit, Russell Westbrook is on the Lakers. I rushed to record this video because I'm on my phone right now. I can't even get my mic or anything because I wanted to just get this out there like immediately. It's crazy to think that Russell Westbrook has been on the Lakers. I mean, he's had such a weird career, but it's also like one of the best careers if you want to look at it from a grand scheme, because he's such a controversial player. And I think it was more after that season he had with Houston where people were like, okay, is he really as good as we think? Is he washed or whatever? I thought it was all dumb because Russell Westbrook gets a lot of disrespect, and I don't know why. He's such a good player. Everyone knows it. He's a great person, too. I just don't get the Westbrook hate. And then he went to Washington, and he actually did pretty well there, too. He wasn't great. He had a very slow start at the beginning of the season, but he picked it up. The team did really well, too. They got in the playoffs. And, of course, he did his thing where he broke the all-time triple-double record. But he made history, and he's still a very good player. And I don't know what the situation is going to be with the Lakers, how it's going to work, but this is fascinating. Very fascinating. I don't know if I even like this trade at all completely, but I don't know. Like, do you think that Buddy Hield would have been a better fit? Because, I don't know why. I felt like when it looked like Buddy Hield was going to be on the Lakers, I was like, that's a pretty good deal, It would work. Buddy Hield would be good because he spaces the floor. He can shoot the ball at a high level. It's good for LeBron. But then now with Westbrook, I don't know how that's going to work. I'm sure it could, because I mean, when you have Russell Westbrook, who's a superstar, you have LeBron James, you have Anthony Davis, it's going to work itself out in a way. I just feel like it does. I don't know why. I just have this feeling that it would work. But I mean, is Russell Westbrook going to be putting up triple doubles out the ass on the Lakers? He could, I wouldn't rule it out. I'm sure it's easier to get assists when you have LeBron and AD on your team. I'm sure it's easier to get rebounds. I mean, it actually could be harder because you have AD already. I'm sure he can score. He can get to the basket at will. He has a good mid-range. But what is this going to mean for this Lakers team? Because obviously I talked about it in that other Lakers video, but they are not in a good spot right now because they don't know, they got, first round exited. Apparently this report came out where the Lakers are kind of worried about how much time they have with LeBron and AD, and they're thinking that they might not have as much time with those two as they thought. Does Westbrook now being traded change the situation? It could. I don't think it would drastically, but it's just, this is fascinating, man. This is so fascinating, and I'm still confused about, and everyone else is, because I'm actually going through my Twitter right now as we're doing this, but I'm still confused about what happened to the Buddy Hield thing. Like, Woj said Buddy Hield was going to be going to the Lakers, Kuzma and Harrell would be going to Sacramento, but now they're going to be going to Washington for Westbrook. Like, I mean, Shams just basically confirmed that the deal is basically done, and the details, whatever it is, we don't know, but this is fascinating. Like, very, very fascinating. I thought that Buddy Hield would be a better fit. Like, if I felt like the trade for Buddy Hield would have been more worth it, because, I mean, he just fits what they need. I don't know if Westbrook fills any needs that they have, because I don't know, do they even have any needs? I mean, I think the only thing that this confirms is that Dennis Schroeder is basically gone, which, I mean, good for them, but then that also means that Dennis Schroeder, I pray to God the Bulls aren't paying him any money. Apparently he wants a bag, but if the Bulls do it, I'm going to be so pissed. Okay, here. Woj just tweeted, Lakers are near a deal to acquire Russell Westbrook for Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and a first-round pick. Okay, so that's going to be what the deal is. No Buddy Hield, apparently. So I don't know what the hell Woj is talking about, but Woj and Shams are going back and forth, which is the funniest thing ever, because Woj said something, and then Shams dropped the bomb, and then everyone got confused, and then Woj confirmed it. This is the best part of the season. I told you guys, and everyone knows it. This is why basketball is the best sport. This is why the NBA is so good. It is chaos, even in the offseason. The offseason is full of chaos, confusion, and uncertainty. It makes it all great. I love it so much. And this is part of it why. And the cool thing is we might not even be done yet. Free agency isn't even open yet. Who knows what's going to go down from now until the start of next season in a couple months. The draft is in a few hours. Who knows what's going to happen in 2.5 hours when the draft starts? Who knows? Could another star player get traded? It could. Could something else happen? Maybe. But, I feel bad for the Wizards, though, because this basically means, now that Westbrook's gone, I think that basically means that Bradley Beal's gone. Where he goes, we'll see, but I don't think Bradley Beal's going to stay another year to play with a team with, Kuzma, Harrell, Caldwell-Pope, and Rui Hachimura. Like, I like Rui, but, still, that's not a good team, right? Beal's going to carry and do everything he did last year, where he had to score 45 points and carry the team and barely win. I don't think Beal wants to do that anymore. There was already a bunch of rumblings about him potentially being moved. And I think that now with Westbrook gone, it basically just solidifies that, yeah, Bradley Beal is going to be gone soon. And the Wizards are probably going to do some kind of rebuild too. But, yeah, this is interesting. Very, very interesting. And we're only just getting started. So I am super, super excited about this because only because, I'm not a Laker fan, so I don't really care that much. But as an NBA fan, I am super excited for what this could look like. What Westbrook on the Lakers could look like. I'm super excited. And the cool thing is we're not even done yet. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you leave a like, I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate your support. And that's basically it. Thank you guys, as always, for your continued support. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.